We've had many viewers over the years that have written to us and asked us questions like, how do I keep snakes out of my chicken coop? Now, because we are professional reptile breeders and we do breed snakes, we know a great deal about their habits. So we want to use our knowledge and our expertise on snakes to help you keep your chicken coop snake-free. Now, when we're talking about why snakes are attracted to chicken coops, we've got to understand that chicken coops provide snakes with the three essential things that all living things need in order to survive, that being food, water, and shelter. All three of those things are found in your chicken coop, and we've got to eliminate those or make it difficult for a snake to survive there. First of all, we want to talk about food. Now, for those of you who keep egg-laying hens and you don't have a rooster, and you don't want to have fertile eggs, what you can do is simply eliminate those eggs by going out and getting them twice a day. Now, it is a common known fact that the snake that is most likely to be the culprit of invading your chicken coop is going to be the North American rat snake. Now, I have never in all the years that I've kept chickens seen any other snake in my coop other than just a common rat snake. And they are egg eaters. The smell of chicken eggs will draw them to your coop. So one way to eliminate that is to simply go out early in the morning and late in the afternoon, since these are both times of the day that snakes are at their most active throughout the summer months. Go out early in the morning, collect your eggs, and then again go out just before dark and collect them again. That will eliminate a food source from your chicken coop. Now, for those of you who have eggs and you have a rooster and you want to let your hens naturally incubate their eggs, then what we're going to tell you is that that rooster is going to usually play a part in defending that coop from a snake. However, the presence of eggs is still going to put a smell in the air that snakes are going to be attracted to. So it's probably better, if you don't want to take the chance of having snakes in your coop, to go ahead and artificially incubate those eggs and keep that food source out of your coop at all times. The next thing as far as a food source is concerned is going to be rodents, because all snakes like rodents and rodents like chicken coops. Now, it's not because rodents eat chickens, it's because there's a food source for the rodent that draws those rats in. Now, because you've got rodents around your chicken coop, snakes prey on those rodents, so the food chain goes on and on. So what we want to do is eliminate the ability for rodents to find food, shelter, and water in your coop, and thus we eliminate a second food source that snakes may be attracted to. Now, one of the ways that you can do this very, very simply is to not store your chicken feed in something that rodents can easily get access to, such as the bags of chicken feed. Rats can literally chew and scratch right through a bag of chicken feed and get inside there and create an all-you-can-eat rodent buffet for themselves. So you want to store your chicken feed in some kind of container, like this plastic container that has a twist-on lid. This is because of its round shape, it's difficult for a rodent to actually chew on it. The other thing you want to do is when you're pouring your feed into your chicken coop feeders, you want to make sure you don't spill a lot of this on the ground. That spilt feed laying around underneath your feeders is going to attract rats, which in turn are going to attract snakes. So be very, very careful. Use a scoop. Try not to spill it all over the ground. So the last thing when it comes about feed, we want to talk about the placement of your chicken feeders. Now, a lot of people just sit feeders straight on the ground, or they set them on a milk crate or something like that. What we want you to do is get those feeders up off the ground. Make it as difficult as you can for a mouse or a rat to access your chicken feed. What we suggest is to hang your feeders, if at all possible, by a rope or by a chain, making it a lot more difficult for those mice and those rodents to access your chicken food. So the next thing your coop's going to have that's going to attract any living thing is going to be water. Now, to eliminate the easy access of both rodents and snakes to your watering bins, we recommend simply hanging them by a rope or a chain, just like you did with your feeders. Now, the last and final thing that you want to be careful of is shelter. Now, obviously, you're going to want a roof over your chicken coop because you want to protect protect your chicken coop. But when it comes to snakes, one of the things that we know about them is that they like shelter to be secretive. Now, if your chicken coop is wide open, kind of big and spacious or whatnot, snakes are not going to be comfortable out in the open. So eliminate things around your chicken coop that can provide shelter for snakes. Things such as tall grass. Keep the grass around your coop trimmed really, really low. The other thing that we see around a lot of barns is pieces of roofing tin laying flat on the ground. Those things provide excellent habitats for snakes. And the reason is because throughout the day, the sun shines down on that roofing tin and warms it up. Then at night, when the temperature cools down, snakes will crawl underneath that tin in order to keep their body warm during the night. So you want to keep things like roofing tin, pieces of plywood, stacks of firewood, all of that stuff away from your chicken coop, eliminating the shelter that snakes so actively seek out during the summer months. Last but not least, I want to talk about a couple of things you should absolutely not do because number one, you're going to waste a lot of money. Don't buy any of that garbage that they sell that tells you that if you sprinkle it on your lawn, it will absolutely keep snakes away. That stuff, the only thing it's going to do is keep taking money out of your wallet. There is no evidence whatsoever that those products work. It's a gimmick. It doesn't work. Don't waste your money. Secondly, I've seen people suggest putting those fake eggs inside your chicken coop. You know, the ones that kind of are, I think they're used to get hens to actually sit on eggs and to get them primed for it. Usually they're made out of porcelain or ceramic or something. People have talked about putting those in a chicken coop so that snakes will swallow those and it will kill the snake because they swallowed a fake egg that it can't digest. I can tell you once again, you're wasting your money on that because of two reasons. Number one, snakes have an extremely good sense of smell. They're not going to fall for that. Number two, snakes have the innate ability to regurgitate any meal that they have swallowed that they're not able to digest. All right, one final thought. If you absolutely want to keep snakes and rats and mice away from your chicken coop, one thing that you can do is to get a patrol cat or a farm cat. Cats are efficient predators when it comes to catching and killing mice, rats, and even snakes. Guys, we hope this video has been beneficial to you. For those of you who have only come here because of the chicken coop information, feel free to check out some of our other videos on a whole world of reptile related issues and pet care. Thanks for watching. And tell you how to go about keeping your snake coop. Now, to help you keep your snake coop.
Snake coop?
Ah, it's not a snake coop. But if all else fails, a snake is a good, I hate to use the expression, guard dog when it comes to chicken coops.
Snake is a good guard dog?
Shut up.